Hi, my name is Zed, and I'm also known as Toolboi. I am 135 pounds, I think, the last time I checked, and I'm 5'6". I grew up in Singapore and I moved to America for school probably about on and off 10 years ago, and I've been traveling between Singapore and here. And a couple of years ago, about 5 years ago, I met my partner and we got married, and he's my husband now. And that's actually how I got into porn, and more specifically rope bondage. My partner's name is Thik Tool, and when I started working with him, I did like photography, assisting him in shoots, assisting him in sessions, and slowly moving from behind the camera to in front of the camera. And that's why I named myself Toolboi as a handle on Instagram and Twitter. I first got into rope bondage in 2008. I was just curious about it for a very long time. I remember when I was young watching Hong Kong gangster films, and then you see the male actor just being tied and restrained onto a bed and having his clothes like slowly cut off. And at that time I was watching it, I didn't know I was gay, I didn't know what was happening, but I felt like I was responding to it. It made me really excited. So my favorite thing about rope bondage is how it really tightens and constricts the chest. And that's also my favorite part on the men, especially the pecs. Just seeing a body being tied with a chest harness that's really beautiful. It's almost like a bra. It supports and it cups and it caresses the pecs. And it just accentuates all the shapes and lines and definitions, and that really gets me hard. So yeah, I identify as gay since a very young age. I came out to my family, my parents know about it. It's difficult growing up gay in Singapore. Until last year, gay sex was basically still criminalized. My sexual role is bottom. I prefer to be bottom, but there's also this really, I guess, difficult thing to navigate as an Asian bottom, because people classify or categorize you into a certain role. And I love to subvert their expectations. In some scenes that I did for PeterFever, it was basically like power bottoming in a way, or dominating from below. And I think that's something that I'm trying to understand, whether there is power in submission. And that's something I've been navigating in my research, but also through doing porn. I see doing porn as an act of bodily kind of resistance to my conditioning, having been brought up in Singapore. Singaporeans becoming American porn stars is following a very long tradition. Basically, we have Annabelle Chong, and I hope to be, part of that conversation and part of that question of why many Singaporeans choose to pursue a career in sexual expression, likely because of our upbringing and the repression that we face. Thank you for checking me out on PeterFever. It's my first time with this studio, and I've wanted to work with them for a very long time. If you like what you see and you want to find more of me, you can find more of me on Instagram. Toolboi is my handle, Toolboi, not B-O-Y, B-O-I. And Toolboi XXX on Twitter and OnlyFans, and I hope to see you around.